So the first thing we have to do is recognize it, and the reason we don't recognize it is for the longest time when we were little, we were very good at saying no. What seemed like our entire life. You know, we hit 2 years old and it's like, no, absolutely not. And I'm gonna throw a fit right over here if you try to make me do it. Okay? Well, guess what? That's our essential self, and it didn't stop doing it. It's throwing a fit. It's like, no, I'm not gonna give you any energy. I'm gonna lay down and I'm not gonna let you go forward. I'm gonna make this so hard for you. Just like a 2-year-old, try to pick them up when they don't want to go somewhere. That's exactly what's going on. And so it's nice to know that that's still inside me. That's still there, that one that knows what's best for me. And it's interesting because I was reading and studying about how babies, and I've mentioned this before here, actually have different cries. And they are speaking to us, but it's not that they're not saying, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm wet. They have a distinctive cry for each one of them. It's that we didn't learn how to listen to it. And as soon as you listen to a tape of the distinctive cries, it's like, oh, my baby wants this, and my baby wants that. And it becomes very easy. That same thing is what we're talking about here. When my body is telling me something and everything out here isn't working and nobody's returning my phone calls and nothing's falling into place and I'm not getting my jobs or whatever it is, then I know something's not working. And that is God, spirit, source, life, love, whatever you want to call it, joy, whatever, talking into my life and saying, you're just off course here. Something isn't right for you and you need to move into alignment with who you are. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, is when we're in the know, some of the things we might want to pay attention to is I have to work hard for things that are not right for me. I have to work really hard at things when they're not right for me. When they are right for me, I don't have to work at it at all. Mark was saying that today. It's like, be careful what you mention around here. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you mention. Because things just fall into place so easily. I mean, you can just feel the support that Harmony Fellowship is getting all the time. It's just, things just fall into place. We have these wonderful events, and sometimes we don't know how many people are going to be here, and everybody shows up and it's just the right amount of people. It's just the perfect group of people. The music's perfect today. I mean, I pictured Lynn here, and I was so excited when she would come. And they're going to do, she has a group called Salt of the Earth, and that is her CD up there. And they're going to be performing, we just know they are, in a concert, and we're hoping right out in that backyard. But when we have to work really hard, just remember that. If you're working really hard at something and you're not enjoying it, because when you're really working hard at something and you're enjoying it, it's actually called play. And when you're playing, you're on the right path for yourself. But if you have to work really hard and force yourself to do it and to show up on time, you're really out of alignment with what is going on for you, with your true nature. So things don't go well. They don't go well with your boss. They may not go well with your family. You get no return phone calls. You get stuck in traffic. You're late. You're lethargic. You're depressed. You're fearful. You're anxious. You feel boxed in. You fall down. You get sick. You have a hard time sleeping. You feel like you have no brain. It's like, everything's in a fog, you know? That's what it feels like. That's a big no in our lives. And you just don't seem to be able to accomplish anything. And you seem like you always get there right after. And so there's missed opportunities all the time. It's like, gosh, if I would have just gotten here a little faster, I would have gotten those free tickets, or I would have met that, you know. There's so many missed opportunities. In the yes, when we're in the yes, be careful what you mention. You feel physically stronger. You feel more peaceful. You have meaningful coincidences, synchronicities all the time. And you're flowing, things fall into place, you're right place at the right time, you feel clear-headed, you get solutions. The solutions present themselves. You think, I need to call somebody, I need to figure this out. The person shows up right in front of you and said, hey, I was going to call you. Well, yeah, I was thinking about calling you because I was thinking, and it's like, wow, okay, that's done. It's so easy. Last night I went out with Karen, we were walking down by Faux Grand on South Grand, And there was a musician, a tenor that's gonna be performing here, and I really want him to do a particular song that Brian Clark does, What If? Because I want to hear him sing this song, and Brian has said, yes, that's fine, and so I thought, I need to call him. I was thinking all day yesterday, I really gotta remember to call him, I gotta remember to call him. So we're walking and coming out of Folk Grand, and there's Doug, right there. I mean, it just falls into place for us when we're doing what it is we're supposed to be doing. Begin to listen to your life and see, is my life saying yes, is it saying no? If it's saying no, then what could I be doing differently? Why is it saying no? What part of it is bulking? What part of it isn't working? And start listening and trusting yourself and asking yourself and going within and asking God to say, show me this differently. Asking Joy, where are you? I don't seem to be connecting with you. Love, where are you? I mean, I know you're really there, but somehow I'm off in fear. And if I'm off in fear, that tells me I'm in the wrong place. And I need to get back into an alignment with my true nature. It's probably that I got so caught up in my artificial self as opposed to my authentic self. I got so caught up in my social self. And we talk about that here, how we have an authentic self and we do have a social self. And that's why sometimes we notice the struggle between ourselves and our minds. We go back and forth. And our authentic self, which is the one who wanted to go hiking and work on renovating homes, for me, that was my authentic self. Doing this is certainly my authentic self. That one follows its heart. It listens to what is going on in here and follows that. It's spontaneous. It makes decisions very quickly. It's creative. It's honest. It does things to give to other people. That's its motivation. Its motivation is not to get from others. That's why the money thing becomes less of an issue. It doesn't mean you can't be fantastically rich doing the thing that you love. It doesn't even mean you can't become fantastically rich doing the thing you hate. But in one you become a prisoner, and the other one you're free. And that's what it's all about. That freedom, because your authentic self knows its own freedom. It knows it's always free. It does not put itself in a prison. It's intuitive. That's where intuition lives. It's unique. It's surprising, and it's playful. So you'll know when you're in your authentic self because you're going to have a lot of people around you that like to play, that like to laugh. I think we have a lot of authentic selves sitting in this room. That's for sure.